Good morning, Albert Raley for president. I'm live. I've been live for 65 years. You ever hear the old poem, "Listen, my little children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere"? On the 18th of April in 75, hardly a man is now alive. You probably remember that, don't you? Well, anyway, let me tell you a story about a pretty special guy. On October 12, 1954, a young man was born in Memorial Hospital in Cumberland, Maryland. When he was 11 months old, his family moved to Baltimore, Maryland. His father was seeking work, and in 1965, he and his family moved back to the Frostburg, Maryland area. Life was normal at that time growing up with two brothers and two sisters. Albert and Betty, the parents, did their best in making sure they provided the essentials with a few frills. Albert Jr. was a large lad, and he always felt that he was special in some way. Life continued. He went to public school, played sports, went to college, and loved to dream. He always seemed to be big on facts and figures. He thirsted for knowledge. He set his goals at a young age of visiting all the states, all the continents, and as many wonders of the world as he could. He also made a list of 110 things that he wanted to accomplish in life. He married a wonderful young lady named Darlene and had 4 children. He never held a job for very long, always jumping, always trying to find his niche in life. He was a railroader for 11 years and a teacher for 25. He provided for his family and traveled a lot. All the while, he still felt that special thing. On November 21, 2019, while sitting with friends at McDonald's restaurant, listening to his friends' problems, especially political ones, he said to a friend, I think I'm going to run for president of the United States. I can fix all these problems that our country has. Bob, would you like to be my vice president? From that moment on, he sought out the quickest, easiest way to run for office with no money and little resources and still be effective. He decided to run as an independent write-in candidate, brainstorming about how to promote himself. He reached out to as many people as he could in the mainstream media and social media. He knew his chances of winning were slim, but in these days, anything can happen. Some of his key points are morality, solving problems, and making people's lives the best they can be. He's hoping that just that one person or agency takes a chance on him, and it snowballs from there. Less than 4 months until November 3rd, 2020 election, this man was put on this planet to help others. He feels that God is a guiding force. If it works, it will be great for all of mankind. You see, he wants to help the world also. If not, it was a great effort, and he will continue to have a great life, and he hopes the U.S. gets better. Do you know this man? Well, you should. As you may have guessed, it's me. Help spread the word, please. The whole world will benefit. Thanks. And I don't think the local media is doing their part here. The Times News did an article on me, Cumberland Times News, and the story went sort of national. 7 or 8 newspapers across the nation picked up my story. But I think they need to do more. Maybe on a regular basis. WCBC, which is the top radio station in the area, they only interviewed me because I called in. I think they ought to do me on a regular basis, getting my opinion on how I would fix the COVID-19 situation, the racial situation, and other things. Write to them. Tell them, hey, you need Albert Raley there on a regular basis between now and November 3rd. And hopefully, with all their strength and power, they'll be able to get things out better. But I'm a-trying, folks. I'm a-trying. So listen, that's it for today. Oh, by the way, some independent write-in candidate from South Carolina invited me to be on his podcast today. So his name's Matthew Bradshaw. So if you happen to go on a podcast network and look up his name or look up my name, you're liable to hear this interview. Guys, I'm glad I got to talk to you. I can really do you good in November, buddy. I want you all to take care. Thanks.